First, I want to start off by clarifying that this is not for a game and this is not for a mod. This video is just about artwork. Alright, in my last video I showed off my fixed sprite for Gohan in the Legacy of Goku 2. In that video, I said that my brother remade the game, but to give a bit more context, the game he made was just to visualize the sprites that I made. It's made in Godot with ripped assets from the Legacy of Goku 2, does not have any collisions, enemies, or anything. The HUD is just a static image, and there's a button to punch, transform, and to switch maps. Basically, I just wanted to fix the end of that game, but that got me thinking, what could a remaster of all three Legacy of Goku games look like? The Legacy of Goku 1 needs the most work, while Legacy of Goku 2 and Boost Fury are both pretty great. So let's take the best of both of those games, make it full screen, and go through the entire story of Dragon Ball Z. I started simple by using the Gohan sprite from Legacy of Goku 2 in the way it should have been used in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. I made a new HUD from scratch by looking at both Legacy of Goku 2 and Boost Fury. Then I made the moment Gohan should have gotten his clothes from Piccolo. Now let's go back to the beginning of Dragon Ball Z and clean up Legacy of Goku 1. Using sprites from Legacy of Goku 2 and then changing some stuff around in order to get the moment that Raditz shows up. I did think about making a quick animation for each of these screenshots, but the scope of that felt like way too much. Next we get the arrival of Vegeta and Nappa, which I don't think even shows up in Legacy of Goku 1. Imagining the gameplay splitting between Goku training with King Kai and playing as Piccolo and Gohan for the first fight with Nappa. The fight with Vegeta wouldn't be complete without the Kaioken transformation. Then we move to the Namek saga, the introduction of Frieza, which I had to heavily modify, and Zarbon and Dodoria I made from scratch. I felt like roaming around as Vegeta would be awesome, and I wanted to see inside Frieza's ship. I had to make the environment completely from scratch. Not sure how good I did, but please let me know. I also had to remake all of the Ginyu Force. Those sprites were the worst out of all of them, I think. When Goku arrives on Namek, I think it would be a great time to explore and level up. Here's how much better Ginyu looks now. Not really sure on the timeline on this, but I really like the idea of switching characters like in Legacy of Goku 2. So I added Krillin as a playable character as requested by so many comments. I think for him, for the Frieza fight, would probably be the best time to introduce him as a playable character, and then the iconic fight between Vegeta and Frieza. Then the arrival of Piccolo, another great time to explore Namek. Another early screenshot I made, the fusion of Nail and Piccolo. Just thought it was too funny not to include. I spent a lot of time on Frieza's second form. Legacy of Goku 1 left a lot to be desired. In order to make it fit with the rest of the bosses from Legacy of Goku 2 and Boost Fury, I had to make him 2 sprites tall. Up next is when Goku arrives to fight Frieza. Unlike in Legacy of Goku 1, that doesn't even happen until he reaches his 4th form. I thought it might be fun to do a timed sequence defending Goku while he prepares the Spirit Bomb. I got a lot of requests for inclusions of the movies. Legacy of Goku 2 and Boost Fury did a pretty good job of having a handful of movies in there, but we missed out on Bardock. I think having him somewhere in here, right before Goku goes Super Saiyan, I think it would be a cool way to break up the fight. This is one of the last screenshots that I made, so I didn't put a whole lot of effort into it, I just wanted to show off his design. Following the Bardock flashback would be when Goku goes Super Saiyan for the first time. I wanted to go more dark lava with this one, but I struggled getting that vibe. But here's a great representation of battle damaged Goku and buff Frieza, with better looking hair for Goku. For future Trunks to Cell games, I didn't change much. Since most of Legacy of Goku 2 is pretty perfect, I found some screenshots to recreate using the new assets. I got a lot of requests for fixing the egg sequence in Legacy of Goku 2. My 2 proposed ideas were adding an on and off switch, just because I think it's funny. And then I did a version where you can just simply fly down the mountain using a flying pad thing. Obviously just giving the ability for Vegeta to fight would help this part so much, or removing it entirely. Somewhere around this time, I would throw in some more movie side quests, like Cooler. He was in Legacy of Goku too, but that was only his final form, and I'd like you to be able to play as Goku when you do that fight. Then we have Android 13, which his sprite was ripped from unused assets in the game, so I just threw him in the snowy mountains. Getting back to the story, we have the training in the hyperbolic time chamber, and then his purple outfit that he gets from Piccolo. I hated how Trunks felt and lacked in his berserk mode, so I thought that could be more of a one-off transformation for this boss fight specifically. Then we fight Cell as Goku before finishing him off as Gohan. And again with Boo's Fury, I didn't make that many changes. I was imagining a bigger roster and maybe being able to switch between outfits. Another remastered screenshot. And then with this one, I don't really understand why Vegeta isn't Super Saiyan, but I fixed his pose and I gave him his Majin symbol on his forehead. Subtle, but I think it helps. The last thing I did was start working on visuals for Legacy of Goku 4 stuff, or Dragon Ball Super. Let me know if I should mock up key moments from Dragon Ball Super, or if I should go back to more movies. I'm currently playing through Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and it's just making me miss Legacy of Goku so much. There's so much more content in that game, and I'd prefer how Boo's Fury handled optional bosses and areas. Let me know how I did, and let me know if there's anything I should add.